Hi, everyone. Welcome to Rip and the Silverback, episode 87.
Climbing on up there. Getting up there, man. That was quick.
It
happens quick.
Maybe
quick.
Yeah, maybe we'll have those t-shirts out before episode 100. I mean, yeah.
Perhaps. I mean, we have some developments on it, as you've seen. We've been talking about behind the scenes. So cool stuff is on the way.
Yeah, Eric. Well, I'm the Silverback. He's the Rip. Eric, how you doing?
Doing good, man. Staying busy, per usual. Obviously, everybody knows Blood Ruth at 2 will be dropping very, very soon here today. So we're getting prepared for that. Been grinding, chipping away at all the stuffs that we got. Big week for us, right? Horseman, as well as the Definitive Ice is closing out on Friday. So it's the final week for that. Yeah. So yeah, man, it's train don't stop, baby.
No, lots and lots going on. It's insane that is a week ago today, literally during the show, and pretty much during the start of the show, that the tragic assassination of Charlie Kirk happened. We didn't know his status during the show. And then when it finished, I left, I hit the gym, and literally when I arrived at the gym, had my headphones on, had a look. He'd been pronounced dead, and it was just heartbreaking. It has been, I mean, we can't not talk about it, of course. It's just been one of the most insane weeks, not obviously with just what happened, which was horrendous, but it seems here that we're in a race to the bottom of humanity. With what we've seen with games developers, comic book creators, actors, politicians.
Runs deep, bros. It's everywhere.
Yeah,
educrats, educators,
education, tabletop.
Yeah,
you name it. People seem to want to be in a competition to outdo the other person as scum of the earth.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a crazy thing. I'm going to go into a couple of them. Specifically one that I haven't gone into in any video or any stream so far, because I think this guy deserves a little bit of attention personally, but there you go. But just now that a week's passed, and you know, we talked obviously about the insanity, but the outpouring as well. It's not all black pill. Like, the outpouring has been immense. 1 week later, not a single riot, not a single bit of looting, not a single murder as a response. No, it's. I think I can only speak for myself, obviously, but I think it's perfectly clear that one group of people is not the same as the other.
Not even close. I mean, unless we want to lie. Which
no. That's the other side's job.
Yeah.
And when I say the other side, I just mean the other side of humanity.
Right.
You know, because I've never classed myself as a right leaning or anything. I've never classed myself really as anything, but, you know, just probably kind of, you know, liberalish minded, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
But you soon realize that that's a fucking waste of space. So yeah, one side is one group of people, let's put it that way, shall we then,
mm-hmm.
is definitely not the same as the other.
Not even close. Just to touch on what you had just brought up, right? I think that is so very important, in that we know the event of itself is an absolute tragedy. You know, I know we had spoke like right after the show had ended when we had got the news, and it was like, this sucks. You hate it for his, obviously, wife and children, for them to have to go through this and experience it. That alone is just, it really sucks, man. And that in itself is a tragedy. But what we've picked up over the last week, to your point, you talk about this race to the bottom. It's an eye-opening experience for a lot of people. Folks that I've discussed this with, logging into their Facebook, seeing people that they thought they knew, that they were even friends with become like, I don't want to say become, they were always that way. This event just showed just how messed up that they actually were. And I think people see just how this sort of mindset is, how deep it is. You know, this is within the roots. It's everywhere. You named all those different things, from entertainment on to, you know, to education and everything, on up and down. You have people that are celebrating, showing that the like having decency is just not a thing, that it's not even a principle that they have. They can't suspend any of their beliefs as far as on the political side for 2 minutes to just simply acknowledge the fact that this was wrong and this was a tragedy. They could not do that. For them, they have shown themselves to be just, for lack of better terms, fucked up people. And I just, it's, again, a lot of folks that I've spoke about, I've been streaming about this all week, but it just spoke to people just like, damn, dude, these people have been fucked up and they've been around me like this. Yeah, they have. They've been all around you. And I don't know if it's kind of a head in the sand situation, but a lot of people just didn't want to believe just how bad that it was. Like, there is a significant amount of people out there that, again, lack decency. And what I say, when we say like they want you dead, it's not an overstatement by any means. It's not an exaggeration. It's not hyperbolic. You see just how they act on a moderate. A moderate is murdered. And that's what really, really sucks. I think for a lot of people, because they're going through those feelings of having to come to that realization, which can suck, that the people that you thought you knew are fucked up. Like, bad. Like, it's like, I think I said this last week. Sure, even I knew, because I've been talking about this for a very long time, how screwed up people are. But even for me to see it the way that I had seen it when I logged into, because I'm almost never on Facebook, as far as, like, obviously I have one of my most popular social media pages is my Facebook, my public Facebook page, but I don't log into it much. And I made that mistake, and I'm just seeing some stuff, people that I have to, like, kind of get rid of.
And
I'm like, yeah, bro, we're in trouble. This world is sick. Sick. Like, they're fucking sick, man. Like, they are really, really, really messed up. And until we come to that realization and come up with some sort of plan and approach to actually address this, man, it's just going to get worse and worse and worse. It was great to see that a lot of people over the last weekend wanting to go get back into the church and try to, you know, find some sort of answers. And I love that for people. But if nothing else, you guys have learned with the murder of Charlie Kirk just how screwed up these people are. It sucks, because, like, even people I thought I was like, I grew up with you, bro. I thought you were a respectable human being. And if we're not on the same page, if you can't have the decency to say someone being gunned down like that is wrong, ethically, bro, we're not even on the same planet. We're in a completely different dimension, bro.
Yeah.
If you think that's justified, if you can even fix your mind to justify that shit, we are we're not in the same stratosphere, man. We're not.
No, I've said in recent times on streams, I think even before this incident had happened, but you know, the world that I grew up in, it's unrecognizable now. It's just complete and utterly unrecognizable, and that's not a good thing. That's not because of progress,
right?
It's because of regression. I remember a world where nobody gave a shit about the fucking color of your skin, where I came from. Nobody gave a shit what you were doing in the bedroom with somebody else. You know, that was your business, whatever, man. You know, we got other shit to deal with and whatnot. The tolerance was kind of reaching peak form. And I guess that wasn't good enough. I guess that had to be, well, I wouldn't say pushed, because I don't think the people that pushed for what's being pushed in any way, shape, or form had any right notion. Remember, we're dealing with a group of people that are self-confessed autists, mentally ill, depressed as fuck, on all kinds of medication. This is all self.
Yeah, they admit that. Yeah.
Don't know what fucking gender they are, you know, and they're turning around. But we're the right people,
and we should roll over you. We should make the decisions. All of that.
What we're saying, what we're doing is the right thing through our depression, our fucking autism, our fucking medication, our fucking gender ambiguity. All through that, trust us, bro. Fuck off.
Yeah.
You're the last person I ever want to fucking take any advice. I wouldn't take any advice on you on what fucking bottle of water to buy.
Yeah.
Never mind anything else.
Straight up.
It's not a real fucking world. And particularly when you don't have to say anything if you don't want to.
Yeah.
I'm just talking in general for everybody.
Yeah.
You know, nobody needs to hear my fucking take on the Israeli-Palestinian conflict, right?
Yeah.
You know that fucking fat ball British guy that fucking plays video games, shouts at fucking shit, and then you know, deals with crappy TV shows. Yeah, what's he got to say about the fucking Israeli-Palestinian conflict? Nobody gives a flying fuck. I don't want to give it. I don't care. I got other shit to deal with. But somehow these fucking medicated, blue-haired, depressed out of the fucking mind, uneducated, autistic, fucking retarded, everything, just whack them all in. Thinks, you know what? Today's the day, which is every day, I open up my big fucking mouth and decide to tell everyone everything that's going on in my brain. I don't want to know what's going on in your fucking brain. I don't care to. I'm not interested. You're not an intelligent person. This isn't intelligent speak. We're not like sat down like we once upon a time. We're in front of the TV and we're watching some interesting people talk.
Yeah.
Communicate. Because once upon a time you could talk to each other. It's crazy. No. We're dealing with the most fucking brain dead of people. Actors. Speaking of brain dead, actors. Gary loves to call them adult pretenders. It's a great description that we're pretty much all coined. Some of the dumbest people around. Most of them haven't finished school. They fall into acting. They get rich. They think that richness and wealth and fame make their voice amplified, and it amplifies it, but it makes their voice feel smarter. And then they come out and show you exactly how fucking dumb they are with some of these takes that come out of their fucking mouth. Pedro Pascal loves to talk about being on the right side of history. He's been awfully fucking quiet, hasn't he, recently? Anything Pedro Pascal said in the last week or so? I haven't heard a peep.
I ain't heard shit.
I haven't heard a peep. I guess he's wanting to stay on that right side of history.
Yeah.
Better not condemn that murder of the guy that wanted to talk to people, because I know that my people will go crazy if I do. A lot of dumb takes, man.
Well, that's the problem there, is that a lot of people, and I think that's what's so eye-opening about this recent week, is that there's so many people that are volunteering, their dog shit position, right? That they are so aggressive and they are so front facing. Again, we talked about it a little bit in the last show, putting their faces to their names, posting videos, tweeting the stuff out themselves, not under an anonymous account. And they're just saying some of the most foul shit possible. Um, and I think
with,
that
with glee.
Yeah, that's perhaps the most important part of it is that they're gleefully really dancing on a murdered man for what I guess social clout and points among their peers.
Yeah, dopamine, a
Yeah,
narcissism,
low impulse control.
Desperate for attention, desperate to feel relevant, desperate for communication. I think in the case of some adult pretenders, this is a resume, as you would call them, CV as we would call them. I think this is a resume. This is a signal to hire me. Look, I'm one of you. I'm one of you. Hire me.
Yeah, it's bad.
I think there's that going on.
Well, yeah, it's just fucked, man. And I know that social media has kind of been the magnifying glass, right, of abhorrent positions taken by absolute narcissistic lunatics there. And so we see it. And again, it can be a little eye opening. I think that's what hit so home for a lot of people over the last week is that it is kind of closer in proximity, is how I've been wording it, where people are seeing the folks that are around them for what they are, because they're telling on themselves. Again, they're volunteering their position, putting in public when, even if you did feel that way, I think that's really what separates this generation from the previous ones, is that if you felt some kind of way, nobody's asking you to start like bawling over Charlie Kirk or anything, but you could just you don't have to go out of your way to just shit on them and celebrate. That's something that these people have gone out of their way to do, and that again speaks to the lack of decency, because it doesn't even cross their mind that you took out a moderate in front of his wife and children. That it's not even a thought. In fact, it's what you've seen a lot of is justification, like I said, the celebration, but the justification in which, oh well, we can rationalize this sort of position. There was this TikTok that I came across. It was called like the liberal therapist or some shit. I'm not on TikTok. I saw the video via Twitter, and this idiot is basically rationalizing, and what he's saying is that, granted, he never gives specifics, but he's basically saying that these people feel that Charlie got the hate back that he was putting in the world. Again, there were never any specifics. And most people that talk about this, they can't name a specific. They'll speak in these vague, well, he spread hate, he was a bigot, he do all of these various weird things. Shout out to everybody from the Nooner that
Nooner
rated.
coming in.
But they say all of these things, can't really explain it. But I think the scary thing,
it's not an explanation though, Eric. It's a justification.
Mm-hmm.
They're not intending to explain it.
Mm-hmm.
It's just they want to justify it.
Right.
You paint somebody as a thing, you're justifying doing what you do to them.
Right.
We thought for so long they were calling us names. They weren't. They were signaling to their own people.
Yeah, for sure.
To do something.
Do some shit. Because again, once you've not only dehumanized these people, but you've also, even worse, labeled them as something that's evil. Right. And therefore, what the signal that they send to everybody is that, hey, you don't like evil, do you? Take evil out, remove evil. And so when someone actually, takes them upon that, no matter how wrong, foundationally they are incorrect. Obviously, it's no secret. But in their minds, it then feels justified that something happened to that person because they were evil. They were the bigots. They were all the buzz terms that they call everybody. And that was always the fundamental issue with how they labeled anybody, again, to the right of Stalin. That's the box that they put you in if you had these types of opinion. And therefore, in their mind, they could just, they're lying. You got people, even folks with followings, and they lie to their audience about, oh, well, he said this, he said that. It's like, no, he didn't. It never happened.
I mean, that's a perfect segue. This is the the guy I wanted to give some attention to. This is
Scott
Senator
Wiener?
Scott. Yeah, Scott Wiener. Wiener being the operative because he's a fucking cock. This guy. We're going to this guy. If you don't know who this guy is, chat, you are going to know very soon indeed, and it's going to say everything that you'll ever need to find out about him. Okay? So it's funny you should say that, because look, this is Charlie Kirk did not deserve to die, right?
He could have stopped right there. That could have been
end of.
In this discussion.
Instead of saying but, he puts also, which is another word for but here.
But.
Yeah.
Yes, but. Yeah.
Then goes on to dehumanize him immediately. Also with projection. Charlie Kirk was a vile bigot who did immeasurable harm to so many people by normalizing dehumanization. Communication. He wanted to normalize communication.
Yeah. Yeah.
So this is just a set of fucking horseshit. Yes,
yeah.
Having debates on college campus is a good thing, but dehumanizing people, how, where, based on what?
These guys never give specifics.
Name, specify. No,
never.
Because you want to be nebulous. You just want to be wishy-washy. And persuading others to do so. He didn't persuade anyone. If he talked to people how you interpret what he says, how you
and if you come to a realization, which many have, that he was correct on something, then that's just what happened. You know, that's why the discourse is so important. But again, it's never really any specifics. It's just he did this, and therefore people what he's trying to do, what Scott Wiener is trying to do here, is rationalize.
Justifying it, yeah.
People that
he didn't deserve to die. Now I'm going to tell you why I think he deserved to die.
Why people feel the way that they feel, and they're celebrating in a celebratory manner or whatever you. That's essentially what he's doing, and what many others are doing right now. It's just so fucked up, man.
So if you want to know who this guy is, chat, who Scott is a senator that tried to push legislation so that the age of consent amongst men was reduced down to 14 years old. Now, I think that says absolutely everything that you need to know about this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's also gay. In case
this is why he wants young boys. This is why he wants to reduce the age of consent. It's not quite that. It's that he wants to, the way that politicians skirt around language. He wanted to implement a system where the age of consent for a gay couple would be a minimum of 14 years old for the male. So strange that the guy would want to do something like that. So bizarre, hey? Wow, it's as if he wanted to fuck kids. Just that would be an assumption. No rational person would think that's a fucking good idea.
Not wrong.
Hell, in the UK, the age of consent is 16 in the UK. In America, it's 18.
Yeah.
So, people in America would be like, what the fuck? If some dude was fucking a 16-year-old in the UK, but that would be technically, because that is the age of consent in the UK.
Mm-hmm.
This guy wants to go down to 14.
Yeah. These people are fucked up. There's no way around it. These people are fucked up. And a lot of them are trying to segue people into segue this
hold on.
Degeneracy.
Yeah, here's Scott.
Yeah, he's gay. Like I wasn't joking when I said he's a fucking
no. This is him out with the lads.
Oh, he's fucking gay as fuck. California Gay State Senator. That's what he is.
Yeah. So he tried to push legislation to reduce that because here's another one. I mean, if I were these parents, I mean, first of all, if I was these parents, I'd be fucking ashamed that your child's there. But careful.
Why is a child at a gay?
You're 14 years old, aren't you, young boy?
And the fact that he finds nothing wrong with it is quite alarming. I know.
Telling.
I'm assuming that this is some sort of rally of his or something, because a lot of other gay people in the background, and it says Wiener Democrat or whatever the hell back. I don't know if that's like furry signaling. What's the cat for?
I guess that's no pussy. There should be a line going through it. No pussy here.
Oh man, but yeah, this is why. Oh man, whoever the parent is of that child, wow. What
So
are y'all doing,
that's the kind of. Do you know what, Scott? I don't think I want to take moral lessons from you.
Yeah.
In actual fact, I don't think I want you within 5,000 fucking miles of me.
Yeah. Dude, that is fucked, man. But yeah, look.
Hey, dude, he'd do great. He would do great in a Palestinian world.
Yeah, they're very progressive.
He would thrive. He would soar.
Yeah.
Admittedly, off a rooftop, but he would soar. Hashtag quiz for Palestine.
But
like, what did it? Hashtag quiz for Palestine is like hashtag chickens for KFC.
Oh man, you know, we saw how again everybody is you know, that's politics. That's one of the blatant examples of you got a politician trying to, you know, really rationalize, justify people celebrating someone being murdered. And then we take it into our space and how much we've seen it. We didn't get a chance to talk about last week because it happened a few days ago. Bethesda posting the video with the Indiana Jones of him petting the cat, saying something along the lines of "You don't care much for these fascists, do you? Either, do you, or whatever." That has since been deleted. It was up for like 24 hours, I believe, or close to it, close to a day. It was posted and deleted. Have they come out and said anything about that?
No.
Yet, Bethesda? So they haven't said anything yet. So
they've said Jack and shit. I checked earlier today because I'm keeping an eye on all of this, believe it or not. And no, the deletion means that there now hasn't been a post since the 13th of September. No apology, no statement about it, no consequence to the fucking pieces of shit
social media guys that posted
in the social media team. Nothing, just the typical cowardice that you'd expect from these ballless cucks.
That's crazy, man. Yeah, I know we both talked about this when it broke, and it's like there's no way that, and I've tried. I probably was a lot more fair to Bethesda than I think many others are on it. Not to say that they deserve the benefit of the doubt, but there's no way that I can, like, I don't believe, and most people don't, that this was something that was just on the content schedule randomly.
No.
You know, and
it's not
you know,
how you promote a DLC,
right,
for a game that nobody bothered with.
You know, so you know, you got some splaining to do, and the blatant explanation is the easier one is somebody from the social media. Maybe it's the whole team, but somebody at least from social media, at minimum, you know, wanted to use their position to take a jab, and they got the post up, and the post got discovered, and the retraction alone says that they know it's fucked up. But for sure, I do believe that there needs to be some sort of, you know, you would think it'd be a statement because that's a big deal, dude. You'd think there'd be some sort of statement to follow up from Bethesda saying, okay, guys, that was a rogue employee that was posting something. They have since been let go. We apologize. We don't condone whatever, blah, blah, blah. Just let you know. Like, that's an easy, like, I mean,
they could have even, they didn't even have to go down that route. They could have gone down it and just said, apologies. This was never intended to be any sort of message, but we realized at this moment in time that it was very insensitive and a little tone deaf.
That would at least be an acceptable response.
It would be a response.
Yeah,
it might be bullshit, but
it might be fully, people probably still take exception to it, but it's better than not saying jack shit.
Yeah, it's better than running. Which is what they do. Run.
To delete and then act like the shit never happened. I guess we're just going to continue on like that never happened.
Well, I believe that Kate person from Square Enix, I don't believe she's been fired from Square Enix, which is causing people to cancel their Final Fantasy 14 subscriptions, from what I hear. I'd actually canceled mine a couple of 3 months ago, purely because I don't think Dawn Trail's up to much. But that, so it kind of coincided. Luckily for me, it kind of happened a little bit beforehand. But we saw the person from Sucker Punch, and Ghost of Yotai released a trailer, or PlayStation released a Ghost of Yotai trailer yesterday, which is ratioed, on YouTube right now. So they're getting some kickback. Now, Ghost of Yotai might sell a gazillion copies, but it'll be a gazillion minus one because I ain't gonna get it. Okay, I ain't gonna touch it. I'm not saying do a boycott. I'm just, from a personal perspective, fuck them. Just fuck them. I've seen some other stuff. Some other stuff has been coming out as regards to like learning the law. Has posted a couple of things about them. They're celebrating 11-year-old children coming out as non-binary. An 11-year-old child has no fucking idea what that means.
They don't know shit from shit.
We're dealing with fucking lunatics. Is what we're doing.
And the ghost thing is particularly quite poetic, if you will, because now they're in this position where the leftists are upset and outraged at them because they fired that one guy. And so someone's over there at Blue Sky monitoring the safe haven that is Blue Sky of retardation. And they're all upset and mad. So it's like, was it worth it? Sucker Punch.
Because they're all being called to Congress at the beginning of next month.
Well, you got Discord,
Twitch,
CEO, Reddit is there as well. Has been called to Congress. That is very, very true. But it's a lot of it just wasn't worth it. And look, man, I want to be clear because I don't want people to think I'm like some hypocrite on this. You guys know I spoke very, very highly of Ghost of Tsushima, right? That was heralded as one of my favorite games, like, of all time. I love the DLC.
It's fantastic game.
Absolutely incredible game. Did not understand the route that they went to kind of, okay, we're going to do a follow-up, but we're going to have the woman in front, and we're going to have her be based on this chick who has basically the what I expect from this industry as far as their political positions that they put out there.
Yeah.
And then you have a bunch of people also working with you or for you that are part of that same hive mind. Was it worth it? Because now not only have you aggravated those guys that have loved your first game, but on the other side, now you pissed off the people that I guess you were attempting to appeal to, because you end up canning the one dipshit for saying the dumb thing. So it's just, was it worth it? What was it? I hope it was.
Well, I mean, here's their Girls Make Games workshop. Weekend workshops at this date. Details: who? Girls and non-binary kids aged 11 to 14.
Anybody posting something like this, I think everybody that was part of this project belongs in prison. And I'm not exaggerating.
No, I absolutely agree. I think there needs to be some hard drives being taken away. I think some hard drives need to be taken away and looked into. Unfortunately, it would likely be the FBI, and they'd probably copy paste it onto their own. Which is a bit of a sad state they're in right now.
Not even wrong though. He's not.
I know. I would like to say that as a joke, but it's a little bit too close to the truth. I mean, a couple of years ago, I did a gag. Not a couple of, like 4 years ago, I did a gag. This is before Elon took over Twitter. And I did a gag saying, FBI raid Twitter headquarters, ... because they ran out of cheese pizza. That was 4 fucking years ago.
Yeah.
But look, supported by Insomniac, Sucker Punch, Bent Studio, I guess. Ben Studio, we should have been Ben. And Sony Interactive Entertainment. And look who's doing the workshop. Jin Sakai should just go fucking crazy on these bitches. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Like I said, anybody that feels comfortable enough to even post something like that, there's no such thing as non-binary 11 that doesn't exist. Okay, none of that shit exists. All I think of is that you're trying to prey on fucking minors and you're a fucking weirdo and that belongs in fucking prison. Women, for whatever reason in our society, can get away with supporting some crazy fucking shit out in the open, which is that's people are probably gonna think I'm extra in saying something like this, but I mean, I don't know what other way to describe that other than it being pedophilic. To try to
grooming. It's absolutely grooming.
That's a favorable term for them, right?
But who are they grooming them for? Because if there was a dude in that group of women, we all know exactly how he would look like. It'd look like Scott fucking Wiener.
Yeah, for sure. 1000%. There's no doubt about it, man. No fucking doubt about it. And yeah, man, it's again, your games companies are part of all this shit. We talked about what's going on in the industry, what happened with the Red Hood writer and all of that. They at least had the sense to put out a statement, I guess, through Popverse, I believe it was. I couldn't remember who it was that initially reported on it. That what they don't condone, in effect, they're not even going to put that book out. Bethesda, though, not saying jack shit is interesting. Do you think they will? Do you think they're gonna just fucking try to pretend this shit away?
Yes.
That's fucking crazy,
I mean, what they got coming out? They got nothing coming out. We're going into the 95th year of Elder Scrolls 6 in production, Yeah. What have they got? The Indiana Jones game? Nobody fucking played it. Nobody gave a fuck about it. And the DLC did fuck all. It peaked at 2,000 people on stream.
Yeah.
So nobody gives a fuck about that game. So they're just let's shut our fucking mouths. Let's run. Thank you, Well Read Comics. Don't worry, folks. There's going to be plenty of white pills in the show. We've got some fun stuff to go through. Fun stuff to go through as well. But yeah, it's. I think they're just going to fucking bury their head in the sand and just hope it all blows over. They go, the new cycle will tick, tick, tick.
Yeah, that's crazy. So we think they're going to just. And like I said, that's the sad part is I don't think you're even incorrect on that. I don't think that's an unreasonable expectation that they're gonna try to pretend this shit away, which is fucking pathetic, by the way. Absolutely fucking pathetic that that's gonna be their approach, but it sounds like that is legit about to happen. Like they are legit going to act like nothing happened, like they didn't just post that bullshit, and which also lends me to believe well.
There's going to be no consequence.
Yeah, I was just about to say that, right? I'm assuming the social media guys aren't going to get canned for it. That at least facilitated that.
No, they're protecting them.
Yeah, at minimum. If they're not going to say anything, that's where at least where my mind goes. Whoever the fuck was part of that, maybe they got a stern talking to. Hey, man, we know. This is the position, but just keep it light. Don't do that shit no more.
There's no stern talking to. There's no stern talking to this. Guys, please. You might find yourself fired. You got to be careful. If you post this kind of stuff, we're going to have pressure on us to do something. And we don't, because we absolutely agree with you. Mm-hmm. And we endorse what you're saying. But the Nazis are at the gate. They're at the gate. They're here at the fucking gates of Rome. In our idyllic fucking degenerate society, ready to smash down.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
They are full on fucking protected.
That's crazy, man. I saw that post. I thought it was fake. It's hard to know what's real out there these days.
No, I caught it while it was active.
Yeah. I saw it while it was still active as well. And I thought it was. I was when I first, because I saw it because someone put it on my feed, whether quote tweeting it. And I was like, that can't be from the Bethesda account. That's a troll account or something like that. That's where my mind initially went.
I always click onto the profile.
Yeah.
To see the followers to make sure that it's not a fake account or a parody account,
right,
or whatever. Because because sometimes you just got to. You just they can't be this.
Yeah,
stupid.
they can't be this fucking retarded, man. Like, there's no way. There's no way they're that stupid.
But
and then you
the
click on
giveaway
it.
was the yellow. The giveaway was the
yellow check, and I was like, oh shit, they legit posted that. Like, they legit posted that, and of course it ended up getting removed. But yeah, it's been 3 days of or a couple of days of just straight radio silence from them, which I think Az is right on this, that they're probably just going to try to pretend it away.
Yes.
Like, it's never happened.
Everyone keep quiet.
Yeah.
Don't post anything. Don't say anything.
Yeah.
Let it blow over.
Yeah, that's what they're attempting to do. But I don't know how you feel about it. I mean, we talked about this a little bit last night. I don't know how you feel about it, but I'm of the opinion that I don't think any of this shit is about to go away, bro. Like, I think as far as this was a big event, right? Like, the assassination of Charlie Kirk is obviously going down in history, but I don't think this is one of those events that, you have those events that happen throughout history where they're not just like forgot about.
I think it's a humanity check, Eric.
Yeah.
This isn't a reality check. This is a humanity check.
Yeah.
I mean, just as a from the perspective of a content creator, as somebody that's just sort of like the last few months in my own kind of production, I've sort of coasted along. I've done my streams that I needed to do, and I'll do a video once every 2 weeks about something maybe, and I'll play some video games, and all that kind of fire and everything are just like quailed down a bit, and I was just getting on with stuff. And I tell you what, this hasn't been a reality check. This has been a fucking wake up call. What's just happened here? Because it's lit such a fucking fire underneath me now, because I realized that for all the jokes that we would say about being called Nazi, hey, Eric, you're the white face of fucking blacks, you're the black face of white supremacy and all this kind of stuff. And you'd be like, I'd be called a racist and blah, blah, blah. And you'd be like, oh, how what racist thing you've done this week, has? And it'd be just,
yeah, right.
Streaming with you apparently is racist now or something.
Yeah.
All that kind of stuff. And then this happens and you realize, no, they fucking want you done.
Man.
They want you out. And when you realize that they want you fucking done, do I want to go quietly into the night? Go fuck off.
Yeah.
If I'm going out all fucking guns blazing, you know what I mean?
I'm gonna speak.
Yeah, and I'm gonna use the only weapon I do have, which is my
that's that microphone. Yeah, you got your microphone, dude. And that's like, I'll be completely honest, and it's very similar with me. You know what I mean? Like, obviously I do talk about stuff on the weekly with Blaze, right? Haven't done so much on my my social media platform, but I've done a lot of stuff over there at Blaze. And really what I got into this past week was like finding myself, and there's a bunch of videos, comments I'm looking at, like, why aren't you doing this anymore? You need to keep doing this. Your voice is what needs to be heard, and nobody's filled that void. And I'm seeing like my own followers, like people that are actually supporters of mine, say this, and I'm like, fuck, man, like, I probably should be speaking a lot more, because I'm also looking at like during the COVID days, and now for Canon's sake, from what people tell me, it got them through a lot. You know what I mean? Like, it helped them realize that they weren't fucking crazy. So that was my wake up call there as well. Like, I'm like, okay, obviously because I'm running my company, I don't have the bandwidth to do it to the degree that I was before, but I can at least fire off a video. I can at least give my perspective to try to make sense of this for a lot of people. Because to your point, like, we're dealing with a bunch of folks that want you fucking gone, and they're not hiding it. They're not shying away from that opinion. They're not even talking around it anymore.
No, because we're seeing what happened to Charlie, and then we're seeing the quantifier of but.
Everything needs that.
What happened to Charlie was a bad thing, but okay. So you're saying that the bit at the front was the bollocks.
Yeah, that was the horse.
And then now the real stuff's coming after the butt. What you really think is coming after the butt. So you realize just how inhumane, just empty.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I use the word demonic, but it does feel just.
I don't think that's an over exaggeration.
Demonic.
I've come to that conclusion as well. It's like, man, it's not to get too biblical, but what other way can I describe that?
Yeah, it's insanity. It's just absolutely insane that you could
evil, other than demonic, other than devilish. Like, what other way can I define that sort of reaction, or rather that spread of it to where so many people not only feel that way, but they're okay with voicing that publicly without any consequence.
Hey,
in fact, they do it with the idea that they're going to get favor.
I'm glad that you said that, because that's actually a really good point. The people who are celebrating this, who are literally dancing on TikTok and all this kind of stuff, dancing on Charlie's grave, calling for more of this, calling for specific
some people say you're next.
Go further.
Yeah,
the people that are calling you fascist, these people that are calling you Nazi, etc., and yet, Eric, as you just said, they are so safe and secure. They know they're so safe and secure to post this with zero consequence. Well, in their eyes, zero consequence.
That's what they
believe. What they're saying, because everything has protected them. Corporation has protected them up until now. Government has protected them up until now. Celebrity has protected them. Entertainment has protected everything. Schools in every system, education has protected them until now. And the very fact that they are the biggest shock to them is their incomprehension of how they can be fired. Because
that's crazy. They're the ones being like targeted or it's unjustified, which is, oh man, it really, that can be really, really aggravating, right? To see people act as if and conflate what I've seen a lot of people try to conflate. They talk about this as the cancel culture thing. And I'm like, you understand that it's miles different from someone being like, yeah, there's only two genders and being fired for that than you advocating for someone to be murdered and then firing you. If we can't agree, that's the problem, right? They don't. They see those as if they're the same.
The balance,
right, as if they're the exact same. And it's
there are only two genders. Oh, you deserve to die. That balances that out,
right? Exactly. It doesn't even cross their mind like where and why they are incorrect. So that's why you've seen some of these spazzes when they have seen the consequences of their actions and they're posting like, oh, well, this got me fired and acting like everybody else is the asshole. And I'm like, yeah, generally speaking, people would be like, for your general opinion, right? You shouldn't be canned for. But what we're talking about here, it goes well beyond that. We're talking about from a character perspective. I don't think a company wants you representing them when you have made it clear that people should be murdered because they are moderate enough to go, speak to people in college. Like, that's a character problem. And folks don't want that. Any business, I say this as a business owner, that's beyond, okay, you have a political position. No, you have a humanity problem. You have an ethics problem. You have a moral problem that is fundamentally contrary to what this country, what society at large,
mate.
Yes, what it means, right? We can't have you representing this company. That is not an irrational response, man. That is, and it's Miles. Do not let them try to gaslight and act like they're the ones the victim, trying to put it back on us. Like, well, I thought you guys were against cancel culture. That is different. You cannot. I know it's very, very difficult for people to try to treat. It's not even, to me, even a nuanced thing. Well, there's those are two different things. Two genders. Someone being saying, "Oh, these are just two genders," and then having their livelihood stripped away from them is miles different from you advocating for someone to be murdered and then you got canned for that. Those are not the same thing. No matter how much they pretend that it is, it's not the same thing, and it never was.
No. And even if you want to call this cancel culture, call it what you want. Cancel culture. when they got called out for it, what did they get? Say, no, this is consequence culture.
Consequence culture is what they say.
So this isn't cancel culture. This is consequence culture. And because such a fire got lit under people, because Charlie it's a moderate guy, had very moderate opinions.
Yeah. And was a lot more progressive, especially on the issue of gay sexuality, far more progressive than a lot of conservative talkers.
He said, if you're gay and you want to stand by us in this movement, stand by us in this movement. Yeah.
Yep.
Which of course has been completely twisted and all of this kind of stuff has been, but they have to twist it because, like I said, they need their justification for why he's dead. Because if they look in the mirror and see the fucking demon in front of them, then I think it would drive them even more insane than they already are. But even if it is cancel culture, call it what the fuck you want. All that's happened is such a fire has been lit because of this absolute disgusting murder that people have gone, you want your weapon? Right, we'll turn your fucking weapons against you.
No.
Remember when you just try to get everybody deplatformed? Remember when you try to get everybody fired from their jobs? Remember when Karen was calling up companies and saying that, do you know that so-and-so posted this online in support of whatever, Trump, blah, 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 whatever? And they try to get people fired left, right, and center. Well, guess what? Turnabout is fair play.
Yeah.
And now they don't like it. They don't like it because the hands are getting just as dirty. Oh, you want to play dirty? We'll fucking play dirty back. Nobody's murdering anyone. Nobody's fucking died because of a consequence of this. But a lot of people have lost their jobs. Yeah. A lot of people have been fired. And that's your fault. That's your consequence. We live and die by the words that we say online.
Yep.
What we post, what we say online, videos, streams, tweets, whatever. We live and die by that.
Sure do.
So why not the people that post the other stuff?
Yeah. Well, like I said, it's if you don't have look, I can understand why any company is highlighting that, you don't have decency and they don't want that sort of stuff representing their company. I don't think that's an irrational response.
No, I think it's fine response.
At all. That is perfectly fine. That is perfectly reasonable. It's something that's been done forever. If people found out that you were an absolute fucking scumbag, then yeah, they're going to be like, yeah, we don't want that. We don't want to be a part of that. We don't want that because you have a character problem. And who's to say that won't manifest itself in other ways within our company, right? That's how a business owner or a leader is generally going to think anyway. It's like, yeah, you're a piece of shit. Like, I don't know how you're going to act towards our employees with this information. I don't know how you're going to act towards, meaning your coworkers. I don't know how you're going to act like to our customers, people that we contract with, or any of that representatives, vendors, all of that shit. We're cutting bait. That is a perfectly rational, decision. And it's miles different than someone, again, being canceled because of their, mild political position or because they said something correct. It's not the same. But I love how you word that. And what you was like, okay, fuck it, call it whatever you want. Yeah. Like, call it whatever you want. Okay. You've been using this bullshit. You've been fighting dirty this entire time. Mm-hmm. You don't get to try to weaponize our morals against us. You don't get to do that. You don't get to do that anyway, right? You're wrong. Make no mistake, you're wrong, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We're not entertaining that shit anymore. You got an L that you need to hold, and that's hopefully at some point you do some soul searching, if you have one, and try to figure this shit out because you're not on the right path.
I mean, I'm sure this guy's just baiting because of the fucking retarded, but this is like the dumbest fucking thing you could say. I have never ever once called for the murder of George Floyd. When you look at who the person was, you look at who George Floyd was compared to who fucking Charlie Kirk was.
Bro. It's not even in the same stratosphere.
Career fucking criminal. Didn't celebrate his death.
Held up a pregnant woman, by the way.
Like the St. Jesus George Lionheart Floyd. That's mocking the left's deitrification, whatever they call it. That's then deifying him. Yeah. Turning him into this fucking saint. Trying to put the guy was a fucking drug dealing, fucking knife holding knives to pregnant women. But if you want him as your hero, you have him. It doesn't mean that he wasn't beyond criticism in the slightest. Never called for his murder once. Never would call for his murder once. No. And that is a very different distinction. Criticize? Yes. We take criticism every fucking day of our lives here on these fucking platforms. So there's no fucking quantification of these two. There's no fucking bridge of these two. whatsoever.
Yeah.
But Charlie Kirk, George Floyd, very fucking different people indeed. You'll celebrate that prick.
Yeah.
Who the fucking politicians knelt fucking down to, statues going up.
What was that fucking mayor? Mayor was crying
idolization.
Balls. Yeah, at his funeral with the mask on and shit.
Yeah, mask on, fucking African fucking Scott. What the fuck's George Floyd got to do with Africa in the fucking first place?
Pan-Africanism.
Fucking African fucking Scott. It was a joke.
Yeah, it was a joke.
It was performative theater.
Yeah.
Now a good man who went in front of people and wanted to talk to them died.
Mm-hmm.
You keep your heroes, mate. You keep your heroes.
And like I said, it's not like we were advocating for murder. Yeah. And we're not, and that's what I'm saying. We're not going to pretend like they're the same. We're not going to do that. We're not doing that shit. I know there are folks that are out there that want to act like they're the same, but if you can't, number one, tell the difference between what's happening, you can't tell the difference between fucking George Floyd and Charlie Kirk, guys. We're not on the same planet. We're not in the same planet.
I mean, like I said, I'm absolutely positive that was bait, but I'm happy to respond to it because what that actually just shows is the lack of humanity from that guy.
Yeah.
And the absolute devoid of any fucking humanity whatsoever.
Yeah. And you got to remember what happened.
And that's why when we do is it cancel? Could you fuck it?
Yeah.
Call it what you fucking want. Don't fucking care. Do not fucking care.
And look at our reactions. Our reactions have not been to do what happened when George Floyd was killed by a police officer. They went and burned down the whole entire fucking cities. We're talking literal billions of dollars worth of fucking property damage. We're talking people being killed within these riots all over the world. Mm-hmm. What the fuck have the quote unquote right wing, which is anybody to the right of Stalin? Yeah. Did we go out there and start fucking burning fucking shit up to innocent parties?
When it first came out and the footage first came out on social media, and it looked like, the police officer was on his neck and making him unable to breathe. We knew nothing about George Floyd. We knew nothing about the fentanyl, the drugs, anything about that. Do you know what I posted? This is absolutely fucking disgusting.
I posted about it too.
That's what I fucking posted.
Yeah. I posted about it too. It was
because that would be the humane thing to do when it looks like somebody's being fucking murdered in front of you.
Right.
So that's the first thing I posted. And then it stayed that way in as much as if this guy fucking knelt on him and fucking cut his airwave off and killed him, then he deserves everything that he got. And then things started coming out. And then we got the fucking autopsy results. But it was too late then because it become a political thing. And by political, an excuse for fucking animals to tear up their neighborhoods, riot, and steal. For the BLM to rise, become one of the biggest scam organizations that fucking existed, and for politicians to fucking kneel down and virtue signal like there's nobody's business. Yeah. They also stopped any and prevention of any fucking criticism of anybody of a different ethnicity, because then you would be perceived just as racist as everyone else. This was the biggest fucking con for biggest con since COVID.
It was during the same fucking period. You know what I mean? It was one of the most fucking crazy things to witness happen. Seeing people justify innocent parties and their property being damaged. Talking about it's just stuff. You know what I mean? We got insurance. Shout out Batman. Antifa man. Yeah, Antifa man. But that's the way that they approached it, and all we're saying is it's fucked up. You're wrong. It's obvious that you want us dead, and we're not going to pretend that that's the case. We didn't go around burning up the businesses of innocent parties. We didn't go around riding in the streets any of that goofy shit that they typically do for someone that was objectively and unjustifiably murdered. Right. So I guess that the reactions as well should show you, and I'm not saying that as a black pill, it's just a reality, it's a wake-up call, just how much we differentiate from these people, right? Like, you reacted that way to this ordeal, you're looking for an excuse to just go fuck shit up. We reacted this way to a much worse and much more blatant thing that happened to an innocent party, and we reacted our way. You're trying to conflate acting or acknowledging the fact that there's only two genders to and then someone losing a job over that, with someone advocating for murder and then losing a job because of that. We're not the same. We're not the same. And I've never pretended that was ever the case, that we were the same at all. I'm glad that other people have finally come to terms with, guys, we are trying to argue our way and reason our way out of the position of these people, out of these positions, and they fucking want us dead. They fucking want us dead, man. Like, you got it coming and all this other stuff. People that say other people that speak their minds, it's the same shit. They act as if, well, you all got it coming too if you keep it up. And it's like, I bet we're not of the same ilk, bro. We're not cut from the same cloth. We're not, and I can't reason with that person, so I'm not gonna try. I can't reason someone out of that emotional ass position. I think a lot of people just are realizing that how close in proximity these fucking weirdos are to them. You got your family members that unfortunately have succumbed to this shit. You got your teachers, you got entertainers that are people that are making your entertainment stuff that you consume, and they all are fucked up. Straight up. They are fucked up, man. They are sick individuals. Anybody that can justify murder like that, especially off a cuff like that, all that happened with this situation is more information came out. We found how fucked up this is, right? Some fucking weirdo goes shacks up with a fucking furry trans cat. Yeah. And and I don't know what came first, if the radicalization came because of that, or if that, was just the journey that this fucking weirdo was on, right? Either way, cooked and went fucking nuts and ended up murdering someone. You know what I mean? Like over nothing, over some, I guess, shit that he thought that he was gonna say, or thought that he was saying, and things that they used to try to justify murdering him. Oh, he spread hate. Which, show me an example, and I'm not talking about a meme with quotes out of context. Show me full context examples of him advocating that. And how
they will never find one. That's just it. They'll never find one.
It doesn't exist.
But he was against gay marriage. So what?
So what?
So what? He was pro-life and anti-abortion.
So what?
So what? So what? What kind of world do we live in where you can't handle that?
Yeah.
Well, are we so far gone? We are shocked at their reaction to the murder. They're shocked at our reaction to them.
Yeah.
That's the fucking that's the weird thing. Fucking shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you mean? How they should? Don't they? We've been projecting for so long now. We don't understand why they don't have the same opinion as we do. And the funny thing is, like, oh, Charlie Cook said, but if it happened to her, you do exactly the same. No. Wait. One is a hypothetical.
Yeah.
Which in the week that's gone past has not come to pass in the slightest.
Mm-hmm.
And one is a reality that actually happened.
Yep.
So stick your, if it was you, you'd do the same up your fucking ass.
Yep.
Because it hasn't happened so far. And that's just you, again, attempting to justify what did happen.
Yeah.
And there isn't any.
There's none. So they're just grasping for straws.
Yeah.
Just find what they think they could, what they think makes sense to try to justify all the dumb shit they've done and are going to do in the future. Like, these people, look, man, they can't be reasoned with. They're too emotional. They got to their positions by way of emotion, so it's impossible to reason them out of it, as I always say. And it's a tough thing to have to deal with, because look, I believe that most people in this world, maybe the ones that at least aren't perpetually online, want to go about their lives, live a normal life. And I totally get that. But I think for a while there, a lot of folks just had their kind of head in the sand, excuse me, and they were in a little bit of a la la land, right? Incomplete la la land, if we're being completely honest, in which I've seen videos from even leftists or former leftists, I guess now, that have looked at the reactions of the people that are close in proximity to it, and that's what did it for them. Where they're like, wait a minute, I've been surrounded by all of these types of people that view life this way. Yeah, you have, and they're everywhere. We know that, you know what I mean? Like, they're everywhere. That was the reality of it all, where people had to sit up here and watch, from the teachers to the education to the games, to the comics, to tabletop, to sports. Like you got Jamel Hill's goofy ass and some of the things she said. And you have people that are in every facet of cultural influence in the West in prominent positions, and they are justifying murder of a man because he supposedly had opinions that they can't define. They can't properly, give you what. Okay, what do you mean when you say he spread hate? What exactly are you referring to? These guys on autopilot. Literal
spread hate means different to our opinion.
Yeah.
That's what spread hate means.
Effectively.
So if you say I'm anti-gay marriage or I'm pro-life, that to them is hate speech. That's hatred, because it goes against their personal politics, which they're fully entitled to have. But I guess other people aren't. But hey, dude, look, if we were to just let them run the show, it'd be fine. They did a little test with this a few years ago. It was called Chaz. And that worked out.
That was
brilliant.
Great. That was great.
Bueno. I mean, admittedly, did have the highest murder rate of any fucking place in the United States for its brief period of time per capita.
Yeah.
But
yeah. Crazy, crazy, crazy shit. But man, I know the audience would love for us to kind of shoot the shit on this. As we saw these games developers, we got what's happening with Bethesda. What do you think? Let's try to white pill people if we can.
Oh, we got some funny stuff coming.
Good, but no, but even on this subject matter, like, do you think that maybe people will look at this as like, okay, well, AAA cannot be salvaged? Mainstream.
I think okay. There's such a system built in. Let's take Bethesda as the example because that's the good example to use right now. When it comes to something like Ubisoft have essentially toppled themselves, and so that's by the by. Bethesda still has huge beloved franchises. The Elder Scrolls, people are very much in anticipation for the Elder Scrolls 6, Fallout. There's a space one which nobody plays and nobody gives a fuck about. So they've still got something for people to look forward to. And to have that level of support, it does take a long, long time for that to be dwindled down. You just have to look at World of Warcraft for a start.
Yeah, that's fair.
Took a long time for it to dwindle and dwindle and dwindle and dwindle and dwindle. And now they're fine because what they got left are just wait. A lot of them are just whales that will buy whatever they fucking yank onto this store anyway, and it'll keep the stuff ticking away.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to be difficult to pull down something, particularly something like Bethesda, which is now owned by Microsoft.
Yeah.
So I think they're going to be around for a long time to come.
Okay.
I think what it does do, though, is it does act as a wake-up call to people who just want fun games. And gamers are probably, and I say this with love, the most intolerant of people because they won't tolerate shit. If a company keeps producing crap, they'll be done with them very quickly indeed. Might give you the benefit of the doubt once and twice, but then they'll be fucking done. I mean, you just have to look at The Last of Us, for goodness sake, and just how absolutely unbelievably popular The Last of Us Part 1 was. Even going into weeks of The Last of Us Part 2, and how quickly that was just annihilated. Absolutely annihilated. And then we got the litmus test of the normies who got the first season of The Last of Us on TV and went, this is great. Then they got the second one, and they were all out as well because they had the exact same reaction. It's like, so companies like Naughty Dog, because Naughty Dog themselves has said that, God, what is it even fucking called? Intergalactic, the Heretic Prophecy or Prophet, whatever, is going to be their biggest game. It's going to be potentially their most expensive game ever. And biggest as in scope and size.
Scale, yeah.
Their first trailer's ratioed into the ground for that game. So if Intergalactic, the Heretic Prophet, comes out and it's made to crap, a company like Naughty Dog could find itself in a lot of trouble. What will likely happen, though, is then the potential will be for a bigger company to snap it up, like a Microsoft, like a Sony, to try and snap it up and make it actually part of that group. But I've got no what's the word I want to use? I've got no hopes, I guess, for Intergalactic. The trailer looked utter shit. I hate that fucking attitude which is in now. The characters look garbage. And to them, that's cool. But we had Pet Shop Boys who were awesome, and we had Porsche as a spaceship. So, oh my God, references. No, it's not going to cut your game, dude. It's not going to cut you. We've said before in the past, Sony does own Naughty Dog. Okay, so they do actually own Naughty Dog. I thought there was just a relationship. But anyway, if they do own them, they do own them. So we've said so ourselves. For all our praise of The Last of Us, like the first game, not the second one, the gameplay wasn't exactly what we'd call
it wasn't cutting edge by any means.
Yeah, we're not talking
clunky.
Yeah. So if that game is a clunky, good fucking luck. But I think there is a wake up call to a degree that I think some independent studios can really look to take huge ground here. You know, really go over the top and take huge swaths of no man's land right now in the trenches. Because I think there is a definite desire for gamers to just be entertained. We don't want to be lectured in any of our games. We're sick and tired of this fucking gay shit. We're not interested in your fucking weird ideologies. Okay? We just put the video game in the bag and shut the fuck up. That's what a lot of people are wanting. And look at the reaction to Expedition 33. 33 devs from Ubisoft, disillusioned, wanted to be creative, felt that they couldn't achieve it there at Ubisoft because they're so cut and fucking paste, and that's why Ubisoft's fucked. Go off, create their own studio, their own brand, Claire Obscure as the brand, and then Expedition 33 comes out. Fucking amazing. Absolutely incredible. Just imagine the budget of that versus the amount of people that worked on that and then what you actually got. Incredible.
Yeah.
We'll see more of those. We'll see more of those rise.
I mean, I really do hope. Again, I mean, look, I'm not of the opinion that any of these major big corporations, I'll give you my opinion straight.
Yeah.
If I'm being honest. And this doesn't just apply to, and this may hurt the soul of some of you guys that are out there. So my apologies to the viewers, and maybe you disagree with me. Believe it or not, I'm okay with that. I'm not going to advocate for your murder. I don't think mainstream is salvageable, and here's why. And that applies to basically everything that we just mentioned, from games to everything else. I think people need to understand that, particularly with this more sort of Marxian, from an ideological standpoint, though we started to see how, I guess, the fruit began to bear like 10 years ago, especially when Trump became president, and how they kicked it into high gear. That said, this is something that they had infiltrated and they've done this for several decades, right? This didn't start in 2015, 2016. It started long before then. So naturally speaking, if you even could, which I don't think you can, and I'll explain that why here in a bit, but even if you could, it would naturally take a very long time, as long as it got corrupted at minimum. So if you wanted to see a change in your lifetime, I think you're being very unrealistic. On the other hand, I think you need to understand that people like us, we adopt a more individualistic philosophy, where it doesn't matter what you call yourself, classical liberal, conservative, libertarianism and normal. It's a more like individualistic meritocracy. Like these are all concepts of individualism, right? Mega corporate setups, especially in America, but not just America, really all over the West, are not like really conducive to a place of individual liberty. It doesn't foster that. It doesn't lend itself. If you understand, like, when a company goes public, what rules that they're needing to follow, boards that must exist. This is why companies, though you think of it as extreme, how can something like that happen? You look at what happened with Project Veritas and James O'Keefe and how he was outed out of his own company, right? That's how that kind of more corporate, legal corporate setup, depending on how you qualify yourself, that's what ends up happening, right? And that doesn't help us out. It's not really a setup for individuals or for people that value individualism. Now, completely private institutions, I think, which is what you tend to see out of very independent games, AA, single A, for example, I think that is going to be the ticket. Now, people look at that, and unfortunately, like, this is where I disagree with a lot of folks, even on our side. Well, they look at it like we need to be putting resources in and time in trying to recapture these recognizable IPs. As an example, I disagree with that wholeheartedly. I don't know why. I don't know if you get the feeling. I don't know if we've talked about this on our show, but I know I've talked about it on mine many times. For goodness sake, for whatever reason, like around the 2000s, America and the West stopped with this innovation for the most part. Like entrepreneurship, not to say that there aren't outliers. There absolutely are companies that have grown up and come about. But you think about it, by and large, for the most part, and this is scary when you actually break it down, most of what you consume, for the most part, as a customer, is from companies that have been around for fucking 50 years plus. Most of it under that umbrella, right? It's under that umbrella. It doesn't matter for it be what kind of food you eat, what kind of again, your entertainment, whatever. It's all under an umbrella from a company that has been around forever. We stopped innovating, and this is why I'm such a proponent of, like, I talk about the parallel economy and that being the ticket in culture, right? Being the ticket. If we want to actually see change in our lifetimes, that's where it's going to come. And I think we're wasting a lot of bandwidth trying to recapture these dinosaurs, considering that they're not going to let you have it. Number one, it took so long for them to get it. They understand that that's their ticket of influence. So I believe that becoming more culturally prominent is going to require replacing of them. But replacing of them, I don't mean trying to overtake them. I mean trying to say, hey, okay, you got that over there. Sure. It was fun. It was awesome, whatever at the time. Now it's been ran into the ground. We're going to focus over here, and we're going to pay the legitimacy to this stuff over here. I think that's our ticket out.
With a lot of businesses and just history throughout history.
Absolutely. That's how that's what I'm saying. Like that was the Western sort of innovation mindset. That's what it used to be. And for whatever reason, again, going into 2000s, it just stopped. It just completely stopped. It was like, well, we're just not going to do it. If you do come up with something cool, you sell it off to the big company anyway. This is what Microsoft and all these guys have been known for doing from a technological standpoint for a very long time. And I just think that got us in trouble. So I think our way out of this, obviously, is culture. But what I mean by that is it's going to take some independent creativity. And then when I say that, I'm not talking about just with entertainment. I'm talking about with your schools. And there are alternatives. I have plenty of alternatives out there. That's what I think is going to be our ticket out of it. I believe that we are wasting our bandwidth trying to think that we're going to infiltrate DC or like
no,
and try to take it back for. I just think that's a waste of time.
No, but you are within yourself doing that alternative to DC.
That's fair.
So you've actually stood up there with the Ripperverse and done that. Now, in terms of innovation, I got a game for you.
Mm-hmm.
It was announced and pushed by Microsoft. Correct, by Microsoft. It's called Relooted. right? Now, Relooted, Eric, I just want to explain this.
Okay.
Is about a group of black people that steal shit.
And we're not talking about like a parody.
No, we're not. They are reclaiming artifacts that have been stolen by colonizers that are being hidden in the vaults of museums and paraded as private collections. So they're going to steal them back, and then they're going to repatriate them to the country that they were stolen from, who will then sell it back to that collector because they're corrupt as. Oh no, wait, that last bit's not going to happen. Apparently, it's an idyllic. Africa's just an idyllic place where everything's perfect. That's why everyone fucking runs from it.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Microsoft pushed this a few months ago, June, I believe it was. It looked hilarious. I immediately wishlisted it on Steam. I'm there today. I get a ding ding on my phone. Email comes through Steam. Relooted demo. Free demo comes out today. It's out now. I'm just like cock in hand in the shower, mate. Fucking that's me. That's me. Fucking lathering up. One hand on, lathering up, right? I download it, the demo. I play for, I'll tell you exactly how long I did play for. Well, it's not exactly because I deleted one of the things that I did do. But I played approximately, there's 13 and a half minutes there. There's 4 there. It's about 5. So I played for approximately 25 minutes to half an hour of the demo. Okay. Fucking shit. It's clunky. Animation looks terrible. Graphically, it's mid as fuck. Voice acting is, you never got to, I don't know how many British people are in the chat here, but we used to have a TV show in the UK called Phone Jacker, right? And Phone Jacker was this guy who would make nuisance calls to people and companies, and he would do silly skits with them, and you get the other person go mad on the other end of the line. Never fucking be able to do that now because they'd be suing him. Yeah. But he'd do that. And he used to do a guy, a Nigerian fucking scam caller. And he'd kind of go, hello, madam. Can I have your credit card number and your security code? And I will wire you the money as soon as possible. He'd do that. And that's a really good impression, actually, of the way that he would do it. That's how all the voices sound in this fucking game. Obviously, the men are all very femmy and unassuming, and it's the one. Anyway, Eric, that's by the by. I tried it. It's not for me, and I'm not going to stream it, folks, because I don't even think I could make it entertaining. You know, it's just one of those ones, just like, oh dear goodness me. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm done. I'm okay. Now, it's been out. Have you seen? Did you see the video? I don't think you would have seen the video put out today. Did you see the video?
No, I didn't see that one. No.
Good. Okay. So it's been out now for about 8 hours. Okay, the demo. It's been out for about 8 hours or so. How many people are playing the game right now, and how many people has it peaked at so far? Would you hazard a guess at?
Let's go with
it was 250 playing now, or 250 at peak.
I would say at peak.
At peak, so 250 at peak. Any idea how many now?
Now, maybe 175, 200.
Okay, all right. I would say harsh, but I absolutely understand where you're coming from.
Yeah.
In terms of those kind of numbers, and yes, it was free, and I have requested a refund.
Yeah.
from Steam, even though it's free. I have requested
it was
for my life. I've requested
y'all give me money for playing this.
I request 30 minutes of my life back. So Eric, this is how many people are on right now and what it peaked at. So far. Now it was ready to be a breakout star at about 4 hours ago.
Oh shit.
But then it went nah. So this is how. So Eric, this is a game that was pushed by Microsoft. Pushed by Microsoft. Microsoft have likely put money into this game, partially funded this game to the studio. This is where it is right now. Now, I know it's a Wednesday afternoon. I know in America, for example, a lot of people still at work, but it's 9 p.m. here in the UK. It's 10 p.m. coming up 10 p.m. in Europe. No. No.
Yo.
So when it comes out, I don't know when it's due out, but the demo's here, so I'm gonna say relatively soon. I think maybe it peaks when it comes out at 350, maybe 400. Oh, but the good news is mainstream media, IGN, Games Radar, all the other queer sites, Pink News, I love it at thecock.com. They've all said that this game is amazing.
An absolute
amazing.
Triumph.
This demo is amazing. They cannot wait to play the full version when it comes out.
Yeah.
And
I'm reminding myself right now of I'm looking at the what's it, the announcement trailer 3 months ago. What would you put this like as far as a genre?
Looter Stealer. Looter Rioter.
It's like a platformer / I don't know.
It's a kind of it's not side-scrolling platform puzzler.
I don't know what I'd call it.
Look, it's really clunky. And it's really annoying to set up because you get three people to help you, and so you have to scroll through the map, and then you have to put the people where you want them to go so you can work out the route that you want to take to grab the stuff and get out. And it's knacky and it's annoying because when you actually get to the people, you gotta knack around to get them. And if there's 2 different areas that they can grab, they seem to want to really go for one area, but trying to get them to go for the other area is you're really trying to and it took me it takes something for me to struggle after 10 fucking minutes, mate, but I was struggling after 10 fucking minutes.
Yeah, man. Like I said, man, I just don't think that it's what do you think, Az? I mean, how do you feel about those that really are into the whole we need to take back the dinosaurs?
I've done a video. Check the video out after this stream, right? But the chief creative, the creative director came out with a statement saying that our studios there is an interest in African related games. I'm not trying to be that guy, Eric, but I'm just you got 22 people at fucking peak right now. That's not a fucking interest, mate. That's an extinction. That's an extinction level fucking event. And the studio is set up to simply make. They said we're going to make. He also said we're going to make the games with the best production budget that we can on this continent, which is they're in South Africa. So they're most likely being robbed 5 times a day in their studio. So they probably have got, I've said, I've got about 20 quid cash in my wallet right now. I will happily lend it to them. That is with the assumption of getting it back at some point. if they want to add a little bit of polish on. But the game looks like it should just be a fucking mobile phone, like a mobile phone bit of fucking thing. But it looks like a PlayStation fucking 2 game.
Yeah.
With its clunky animations and clunky movement system. I'll show you an image of the company, okay? I did a little test in the stream in the video that I did. I said close your eyes, everybody, and just imagine what the studio looks like. And then I said, open your eyes. Correct. You were all correct. So this is the studio that made it. Now, I'm just saying, Eric, my initial thought isn't different color, different sizes, right? It actually isn't. My initial thought is, I know exactly how all of these people think. That was my initial thought. I know exactly. You can just, if there was a word bubble, it would hit every fucking person. Yeah. And then it would just be there.
It would be just one
just
bubble.
be one huge
just
word bubble.
And
it just, goes down to every single. That's exactly what I saw. That's the first thing that I saw. I thought, I know you all think exactly the fucking same.
Yeah. Well, I mean, shout out.
I mean, does it deserve to exist? Of course it does. You can do what you want.
Do what you want.
But
Xbox is promoting it. I mean, so.
But exactly, that's just it. You've got the biggest. It's like getting fucking. I don't know, fucking Paul McCartney or the Beatles at their fame to shout out your band, and then 22 people come to your fucking gig.
Yeah. Yeah. And,
it has every right to be there, every right to exist, but ultimately you don't have a right to an audience simply because you supported, or simply because you tick boxes.
Yeah,
there's got to be something fucking there, guys. Come on,
for sure. Yeah, you don't get to just check a box, man.
No,
but yeah, like I said, going back to what I was saying, as far as like the people that insist that these companies can be recaptured. What are your thoughts?
No, I don't want them to either.
Well, that's my opinion. You and I share the same opinion.
Yeah. Oh, careful.
Right. Right.
You know, I don't care for I don't care for what Microsoft doing. You know, I got pissed off with been pissed off with Sony, been pissed off with Sucker Punch. I've been pissed off with fucking Bethesda. This is you showing who you are as a company and what you're gonna be like going forward. You ain't changing. You're not the company for me. You're not the company for me. So no, I don't care. I say I cheer on more companies like the studio that did Expedition 33. You know, the Claire Obscure stuff. I cheer that on. I would say one thing. I don't want to know any of their politics. I don't care. You know, and there's no need to share any of that. I don't care. Claire Obscure wasn't sorry, Expedition 33. Claire Obscure Expedition 33 wasn't a political game. Right. It was just a really good story.
Right.
And that's what I want. You know, I don't want any virtue signaling. I don't want any fucking. This is where we take. This is the orifice that we take it in month. I don't give a fuck for any of that shit.
Yeah.
Whatever you do in this privacy of your own home's your own business. Wherever you tick a box every 4 to 5 years, depending where you live, it's your own fucking business. Just make a great game like you did. Just keep on doing that. That's what I want, and I want more companies to be like that. I want more companies to be able to say to their employees, if you can't handle working with people from different backgrounds, then leave the company.
Yeah.
But if you're prepared to work alongside each other and create the best game that we possibly can, then this is the company for you.
Right.
And if you breach that trust, you would be gone. Because this is the vision. Our vision is we want to make great games for whoever wants to purchase them from whichever walk of life they come from.
Yeah.
I don't think that's too extreme an opinion to have. I think it's very mild.
Yeah, I think that's very reasonable.
Yeah.
I like to think. But no, you have those that think that our way out of this is trying to re-infiltrate. And I just disagree. I think that we're being unrealistic there. I think that we're also setting ourselves up for failure and thus wasting our time and bandwidth. I think people that do great things should go do great things independently. And I think those that want to support people doing great things should go support great things if that's something that they want to do. And I think that is going to be our way out of it when we start just coming up with new shit. Like, it just realize that the dinosaur stuff is the dinosaur stuff. It was great while it lasted. It was awesome. But it's a relic, right? It's something that we can look back on. But we got to create a new, man.
Dude, well, I mean, what does that say to you? just like, oh, cuckers. It's like Antifa, the video game, it feels like.
Yeah. Sure, that'll be a hit.
Yeah. Let's do some supers.
With the lesbians that like Michael Jackson's Thriller jacket.
Yeah. The who's in the Last of Us TV show. She's one of Abby's crew.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, in the Last of Us TV show. Yeah. Uggles, flat as a fucking pancake, no fucking curves, bald head, wouldn't have a wank.
She's bald in the shit too?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Wouldn't have a wanking thrown on them. You know, that type of look that
well, I didn't know that. That's news to me. I did not know that she was also in there.
Yeah. I guess that's where the job came from. Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. Now it's all starting to come together.
And of course, Cuckers has got nothing to do with season 3 of The Last of Us part, Last of Us season 3, which won't be dropping until 2027 now.
That's still gonna happen.
For the TV show, yes.
Sure?
Yeah. Because they got it, yeah. Well, that's what they said. But Cuckers has stepped away, I think, creatively for creative reasons, and I'm gonna concentrate on tanking the studio even further with Intergalactic, a heretic prophecy. Holy shit. Nick Hemley with a $20 says, to all that bitch asses crying about losing your job for something you said, imagine losing your life for something you said.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. But they don't. They equate, it's okay. It's okay. Words are violence, remember.
Let them tell.
Words are violence. Thundarius has been a member for 3 months, says, hail! Been using the You're Boring as a cutaway clip in some of my videos lately. It's fun finding people from this fan base that come across my vids. Cool.
Nice. Shout out Thundarius.
Ivan with a $10 says, Ripper, when you said that it's going to get worse before it gets better, my God,
I did say that. I do not like that I was right about that, but I did say that. I did call that.
I'm pretty much at the no shits given mode. I'm done. I got buddies I know that lean left are also leaving.
Yeah, look, I did say that that was the risk that was going to be ran with, how the left operates. If you've been paying attention, how they operate is that they don't, that self sort of reflection never happens, especially when they're in error. And often their reaction is to accelerate and really like ramp things up. So this is why I was saying that it's probably going to get worse. Now, that was still bold to go around just thinking that it's justified to murder someone is crazy. But that was the thing that I feared out of all of this, that it was going to get worse, because I just know the left, man. Like, that's just how they act. And it's not anything. You don't need to necessarily be be like I don't know, a historian to really understand that. But all you have to do is look at history, and you will see how that reflection just has never happened. It's like we double down, we triple down, we quadruple down, and we become more aggressive. So they look at any like shortcoming that they have as a means to sort of like get more amped up about their causes.
Yeah. I got some sad breaking news, dude.
Oh shit.
All female nightclub closed down after the first night because no one bought a single bottle of liquor.
That's that has to be a
Eric, I can't even tell if it is.
Well, these days you can't, because there are people that'll waste somebody's money, get investors into a terrible idea. So I can also believe that type of shit can happen. But yeah, like there's no way that they thought that was gonna ever be a good idea, because who they thought was buying all the bottles.
I could believe this to be true. I really could.
For sure.
I could believe it to be true. Wouldn't surprise me in the slightest. Ivan with another $5 says, when I was told they want you dead, part of me was like, nah, that's over the top. Then this happened. Yeah, no, they are that cartoonishly evil. Look, I've said for a number of years now, I said, look, the carbon that they want to get rid of is you.
Ultimately, yeah.
And it is true. It is true, particularly when the useful idiots have served their purpose. But the carbon that they really want to get rid of is
ultimately, yeah.
You and I, man.
Truth, for sure.
Calioth with a $10 says, while I believe in actions have consequences, I also believe in keep your friends closer and your enemies closer. We need to try and integrate those that can be reasoned with and not hide the radicals. Well, the radicals are outing themselves.
Well, yeah, they're telling on themselves. Like I said, the only person that you're going to be able to reason with are the people that got to that position by way of reason. And yes, you can stumble across being, I guess, on the wrong side of anything, right? You can be wrong, but you still got there. There were steps, there was logic, there was, when you got from point A to point B. The problem with that is, though, a lot of these people never got there by way of that, and those people cannot be reasoned with. It's impossible. They got there by way of emotion, so you're not going to be able to reason them out of that position. So there are a select few that are there that you can appeal to, where they're like, okay, I get it. You thought you were right. You're not wrong. You're not right. But you at least possess the capacity to, put everything together. And there's just not that many of them. That's the reality.
No. Ivan with another $10 says, one last one. This is no longer left versus right. This is good versus evil. I absolutely agree with that. I think this is humanity. This is a battle of humanity. This isn't about left and right anymore. This is about a fight for human decency that we've got here. I mean, these guys are demons, and no, that's not dehumanizing. They prove that when they cheered for the assassination. Didn't just cheer, advocated for more. Advocated for more openly, without any fear in their eyes of any repercussions, because they thought they were fully protected.
Yep.
But even some people in their field woke up and went, holy shit.
Yeah.
The people that we're meant to be supporting, they are
fucking
crying
nuts.
out for more, because this event that happened is heinous.
Yep.
And the fear, because how many people are fearing even speaking out, just saying what happened was awful. They didn't even go any further than that.
Yeah. That in itself is like something that's a problem.
Oh, that's a fucking tell. That's like the bigger. If that was fucking poker, that'd be Kim Kardashian wearing those fucking mirrored fucking glasses that she wore at the poker table. The dumb, stupid cow.
Yeah.
I love that meme, by the way. If ever you're feeling really stupid, just remember Kim Kardashian played poker with mirrored glasses on. DB with a £2 says 80 years ago, these people would have been in asylums.
Well,
80
they got
years
them shut
ago,
down,
DB,
unfortunately.
Well, they wouldn't have just been inside. They would have been shunned from fucking society.
Yeah.
They would have been thrown out of society.
Yeah.
Get an island, drop them all on, fuck off. You don't exist here. But 80 years ago, they wouldn't exist because 80 years ago, we're involved in a fucking world war. And people were more bothered about survival than they were what fucking gender they were.
They are, yeah.
Or what fucking furry costume they were going to fucking wear. So, yeah, humanity was a little bit different back then. Let's just say a little bit better, a little bit fucking stronger. Josh Kelsey, isn't it just a statement though, Eric, about how comfortable your life is?
Oh,
that
first
this
world
is
problems.
what now. Yeah, this is what now.
For sure.
Yeah.
I'm right there with you.
Slamming a 20 on the counter. Thank you, Josh. Love you, Josh.
Shut up.
A sober bear with a $5 says, just let go from my job over an US.
US.
US grilled cheese potato with
photo
cheese photo.
Grilled cheese. Well, to be fair, it started with grilled cheese, so you think that it was going to keep going with food.
Grilled cheese, maybe a baked potato, bit of butter in there. But okay, just got let go from my job over a US grilled cheese photo with gun on my hip in a private chat with a co-worker. Snake. No regrets. That pun was amazing.
So they let you go for having an American flag grilled cheese photo?
I think it was the gun on his hip.
Yeah.
That's
weird.
I don't know why the gun would be on the hip. Am I missing something here? Look, you had me at grilled cheese. I don't know why the gun's there. I'm all about. I love a grilled cheese. Chat's mum makes. Oh my god, the grilled cheese she fucking makes is insane. I'm all for a grilled cheese, man. I'm just confused about why the gun was there. I don't know. I think I'm missing something. Gamer Gramps with a $10 says, ask a brother has some answer to fascist question. No idea what was just said there, bro.
I'm assuming that's like a creator or something.
Ask
that has
a brother.
Answer? Is Ask a Brother like a creator, or are you talking about me?
Is Ask a Brother a creator? Has some answers to the fascist question. I think that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Well, they call you a fascist. They call you a fascist so that they can label you a fascist, which gives them an excuse to kill the fascist.
Right.
How many times do we have punch a Nazi? What do they keep calling you? Nazi. And so they're justifying punching you, physically assaulting you. Obviously, with Charlie, it went way further.
Right.
Johnny Fizzle with a $2. They always tell on themselves, always. Yeah. I mean, this was one big self-poem. Working Wolvie has become a YouTube member. Thank you, Working Wolvie. Dylan De Casada, maybe. Scott Wiener authorized Senate Bill SB 239, which reduces penalties for knowingly exposing a sexual partner to HIV, including knowingly donated blood. Yes, that's actually something that I didn't tell. Yeah, that which in itself is absolutely fucking disgusting.
Yeah,
disgusting.
That's fucking wild, man.
That guy, like fucking dude. Why that guy's hard drives aren't taken away? I have no fucking idea.
Yeah.
But I think we know the place that he truly belongs, which is behind bars.
Yeah.
Inspector with a $5 says these crackheads losing many brain cells enough to self-snitch on themselves, yet they're surprised that they're fired. They deserve no forgiveness. Well, they're surprised because they thought they were safe. But let's just say the celebration of murder was a bridge too far for some people who may deem themselves aligned with the same politics.
Yeah.
Calioth with a $5 says a 55-year-old pushing legislation to allow relations with 14-year-olds is pure grooming for pedo behavior. Comes with a bonus. He's Israel's religion. I don't think that's got anything to do with it because I think this is a specific individual thing. I think the guy's telling on himself with how he's behaving and the type of legislation that he wants to push. That's why we think the hard drives need to be checked. Graph Web with a $2 said, for fuck's sake, cancel Disney Plus. I have. Never mind, I have. Don't have it. I don't have it, Graph. Sharp with a 7 Canadian says, remember, these people tried to tell us that the OK sign was a right-wing dog whistle. Yeah, it was all constructed online, wasn't it? 4chan or something. It's all constructed online by 4chan. And of course, the mainstream media picked up on it and ran with it, and it just shows how fucking idiotic they are. Same with the Pepe meme, of course. Remember Pepe, when Pepe was a fucking alt-right fucking dog whistle?
Yeah.
They know exactly what game they're playing, and they're not finished. I think they'll find some stiffer resistance. Johnny Fizzle with a $5 is sad to see these once great studios self-destruct in such pathetic fashion, or because they can't see people they disagree with as human.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with disagreements. Nothing wrong with having difference of opinion. We're not a collective. We're not the fucking Borg.
Yep. Diversity is our strength.
And Dimus with a $2 is hold them to their own standards. Exactly.
Yeah.
Hold them to their own standards.
Yeah.
Don't like it when a mirror's. Yeah. Don't like a mirror being shone on, do they?
Yeah.
Lonely Death has been a member for 2 months. Says, damn, Eric, you sound like you're sipping on some purple drink or some-ish.
It's some Fit Aid.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, and it's hilarious to see that the left tried to save face now. Good luck.
Yeah.
Good luck. Quagmire13 with a $5 says, used my GI Bill to get my CDL and making good money finally. I can't wait to buy Ripper's Omniac next week. I'm so excited.
Oh, appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. Much love.
Martino with a 20 Swiss Martino. Love you, bro.
Shout out.
Johnny Fizzle again with a $5 says, they're living in a fictional world. They view people like Charlie as villains that need to be defeated. They don't get that real lives are at stake. Yes, they're safe. They're doing this all from the safety of their own homes where they're safe and they live in safety and they don't have to worry about any of this. So to them, it's not even, I don't think to a lot of them it's even fucking real.
Yeah.
And maybe they're not even comprehending just what happened here with this guy in his life, which in itself is telling again. But Bob has been a member for 2 months. Bob, thank you. Ivan with a $10 says, as just to let you know, there's a Steam curated group that keeps tracks on devs celebrating the murder of Charlie Kirk. Yes, I am aware of this.
Yeah.
I'm pretty much blacklisting Western gaming industry that can all go to hell. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I have been speaking out against the Western gaming industry for a little bit now. So you will forgive me when I'm not actually that shocked when they give themselves away. We've known this for a long time. Louvatar with a £5 says, in response to Charlie's death, we burnt candles and prayed, and the only thing we killed was our remaining tolerance for the left. We are not the same. No, we are not the same. And I say that with a lot of pride, by the way. I'm very happy. I'm very blessed to not be the same as these fucking people. I don't recognize them. Brian Smith with a 10 Canadian says, hey, as I played Warcraft for 20 years, but only played the classic version. I don't touch the new stuff. Hey, Brian, you do what you want to do. I played it for a long time myself. How long did I play it for? Like 10 years? A little bit over 10 years before I just enough was enough. But I hear now that they're going to do the Warlords of Draenor classic. What the fuck? We're going to bring you the classic version of the expansion, which was so dog shit and devoid of anything that it fucking pretty much killed WoW. Have fun.
They don't have a clue, man.
Yeah, you can relive waiting for no content to ever fucking arrive. you can relive the expansion that we took. I've got a fucking comedy video about all the things that that was announced for that expansion that they removed from fucking all those years ago. Holy cow. With Tony with an I, not a Y. Have I nobody? The hate monger with the $2 is the very ghost of Joseph McCartney must return. US. Have I nobody? The hate monger member for 12 months. Thank you. Mr. Dark and Sun with a 50 Polish says, what I am concerned about is the constant hijacking of game companies once they release a successful game. Insomniac, Sucker Punch, Santa Monica Studios. It all took them just one game.
Well, that's what I was talking about with the mega corporate setup and how it really doesn't. It's not for us. It's not for individualists by any means. So, because of that, because exactly that's a tendency, right? It's to the people that are part of these projects, even the founders of them. They want their big, kind of breakaway point where they get laced up with a bunch of money. That comes with compromising, right? So the studios either own them, like Sony's, and not studios, but the actual company, massive company that owns them. It's one thing. But yeah, when you're that big and you're having to answer to these types, then yeah, that's what you end up getting. You get corruption. So that's why that's why I keep fundamentally saying that we have to build a new.
Eric, do us a favor, mate.
Okay.
Just go to my channel and just have a look at the title to my latest video. I just want your thoughts on that.
Okay. I'm checking it out right now.
Thanks, dude. Appreciate that. Neem or Nemate with a $2 says, you don't hate them enough. Reloot. What? What are you giggling at? What?
Oh man, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
They're stealing things, aren't they?
That's pretty good. That's pretty
stealing
good.
things.
That's
pretty
good.
They're nicking stuff. I'm British. It's what we say when he steals something, you're nicking it.
That's pretty good.
Relooting, seriously, yeah. Relooting sounds a little bit better than stealing the video game. Britishisms, mate. Proper British. Kalioth with a $2 says Microsoft beats Silk Song with Relooted confirmed. Kinda. Axel Foley with a 2 Australia says AAA gaming industry, everyone. Relooted. I mean, this isn't a AAA game, but this is a game that's promoted by Microsoft. Just like I was gonna say Song of the South. What was the other one called? The Xbox Game Studios pushed. The one I did one stream of, and I was fucking done. It was shit. Anyway, yeah, these are pushed by massive fucking entities, and they get no traction because they're not good games. South of Midnight. It was South of Midnight. That was it. South of Midnight. Which actually looks a lot better and plays a lot better than that, but it was boring and shit. Oh, yeah, dude. And in South of Midnight, do you know how you got your fucking like powers back?
Looting?
I possibly even worse. Because I'm not even joking. You got it back by picking cotton.
Oh, wow.
Picking cotton.
That's interesting.
Snacks with a $2 says, will there be a Summer of Love DLC? No. I don't know. Oh, if there is, it certainly ain't coming from the people you know, it certainly isn't coming from the supporters of Charlie Kirk or anything.
Right.
If there is going to be a DLC, then it's going to come from the people who are, they're going to riot because they're mad that the other side didn't riot. That's what it will be. And then they'll go, you would have done the same. We didn't even do it once. Kill him. Axel Foley with a 5 Australian says, hey guys, I'm currently writing a proper fantasy novel. Am I wasting my time? I appreciate your opinion, but I'm gonna do it anyway. You do what you want to do, bro.
Give it a shot, man.
Huh? Fortune favors the brave.
Give it a shot.
Black Kane has been a member for 6 months. Says Ripper, if you could reboot something from Glenn Beck's collection, what would you pick?
Oh, I don't know. You talking about like in his museum? All that I literally walk past every day. Shit. I couldn't tell you. There's all sorts of cool shit in there, man. It is a countless amount of cool shit in there, like props for various. Like, I mean, right now, I believe in the front is like it's like a fucking C-3PO is Darth Vader prop, as these like all official and shit. And there's also what else is on there? I think it's something else. It's a third Star Wars figure that's there, and they're like obviously life size, right? So
yeah,
it's because they're props, they're like actual set props, and this fucking
Chewbacca.
No, it wasn't Chewbacca. Who was the fucking other one? Oh, there's an R2D2. There's a smaller R2D2. Yeah.
Nice. Marquis Dana with a $2 says Ripper, inventor Glenn Beck hosted Charlie Kirk show.
So they say Glenn Beck. I did see that he hosted. It's really cool. I did see him. He's not a Ripperverse investor, but I did see my old friend Glenn Beck hosting that. Yeah.
Victor Chavez with a $5 says, not sure if you guys talked about it, but have you seen Sam Hyde's video? This is you. Yes.
I saw it.
It was chilling, and the intro was anger inducing. Yeah, it hit hard.
Yeah.
It hit hard. Callie Off with a $2 says, in Cylon voice,
by your command, grilled cheese pizza.
Well-read comics with a $5 says, hey, as an age, EJ, Eric July. No, I don't want to insert an advert. Thank you, YouTube. Any chance you could play the new Nemesis trailer for us as? Thank you. I ain't got time. I am literally running out the door in a second, so I ain't got time. But Mark Miller has posted it up on Twitter, so if you want to go check it out, go check it out. It's not an official trailer. It's what somebody's made for him. Aitken with an 8 Australian says, I've been replaying Far Cry 6 through different eyes. It's been interesting. Lots of totalitarian Antifa woke content. I never touched it. I never touched 6. Yeah. Ochidor with a $5 says, correct me if I'm wrong, but aren't these the same people that celebrated when Rush Limbaugh died? Yeah.
Most definitely is the same people.
Yeah. And what was it Trump said when Ruth gets his whatever she's called, Ginsburg, whatever. She passed away. Yeah. He was very, massively respectful, and that's like a huge detractor, I guess, voice of his. But I think it just speaks volumes for your own humanity there. Right, Eric, before we go, anything you'd like to plug, sir? Bloodroot 2?
Yeah, Bloodroot 2 is basically live right now, like as of 30 seconds ago. So that if it has not gone live, the trailer will be going live. I might holler at y'all on the stream or something later. But thank you all so much for the support. So go grab Bloodroot number 2. Go see all the goodies. Go grab the Horseman number 2 and go grab the Definitive Ice because both of those are going to be closing Friday at 11 p.m. So go get all of the stuffs right now.
Go get. And you fixed the website. Nice. Yeah, that got sorted. Brilliant. Friday Night Tights this Friday, folks. Afternoon tea with us Sunday, and Sunday Fun Day is back with the crew this week. Other than that, prepare for more videos, and I cannot pronounce what you're trying to say there. Fro, I'm just going to say Fro. With a 25 Polish says, Relooted and previously Takers North, game about illegal immigration. I wonder what crime someone will want to promote next. Endorsed by corporation, endorsed by Microsoft or another massive corporation. It'll be great. Massive thank you to everyone who came to watch today. Mods, thank you very much indeed for giving up your free time. Everybody who super chatted, remembered. Thank you for supporting the channel. Check out my latest video. Go get Bloodroot 2, ripperverse.com, just gone live. It is on the site right now.
go.
And until next week, when we'll be on Eric's channel, you take care. Bye for now.
All right.
No, still not. It won't end. Why won't it end?
And
why won't it end?